And then something I want to add on interoperability, right? I think there's something that hasn't been much addressed on non-fungible tokens, which is the metadata, right? So most of my non-fungible tokens, they point to a link, an IPFS, that's where metadata are stored. Some of them point to AWS, and some of them point to, it depends on how it's structured, right? And this becomes a risk for metadata to be stored. Are we going to depend on IPFS for the future of metadata for everything, or are we going to depend on AWS? It's a question that needs to really be addressed here, since we don't have a really sustainable file storage systems that's going to be sustainable for the years to come. If IPFS crashes, if AWS re-indexes itself, we won't be seeing the NFT loading its images, even if it moves across a different chain here. So this is a risk that that we really should be addressing.
Heavily addressed. We've done this whole battle for the last year. It's I can't engage in them anymore with, but they're it's been beaten to death. How do these things get stored? How do they get pinned? Should we trust pinning services? Are we the right solution? This endowment mechanism. At the end of the day, we're all in new technology. We're all messing around with something we have no idea how this is going to end up. So it's I like where we're at.
Kind of diving headfirst into it through the whole pandemic. Like,
Yeah.
there's been so much innovation this year in the blockchain space. It's crazy.
Into the rabbit hole here, like from the high level view, like we've been dealing for 20 plus years with digital assets we never really owned, that we all lost when we were leaving those games, when we were leaving those platforms or those services stopped to exist. Now we have one possibility, one shot at actually keeping at least the proof, the track record of the ownership, if not the visualization of it, to say the least. And that's a huge step forward already, in a way. And then how reliable is the underlying technologies that's going to store all the data, whether it's decentralized storage or it's actually relying on centralized companies. It's for sure something unknown. Like, we don't know if it will last for, like, I used to burn CDs of my music, and 10 years later, I cannot listen to them. Physically, the object deteriorates. The blockchain, we can expect that it's not going to deteriorate over time. And that's already something of huge value alone.